Oh, the
and
third
it says
one.
we want to buy a ramp and we've sourced it and it's approximately 120.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, see, I thought it was spent.
It's just the grey ones that are spent on
Okay.
those ones. So I think, to be honest, when I looked at it the other day, the only one we need money for is that ramp. The rest are, we're putting it into some sort of form or employee policy.
Yeah.
So the rest will take care naturally. So I suppose actually the only thing, unless you disagree with any of it, the only thing we actually need permission for is to spend £120 on the ramp from a financial point of view.
Okay. Sorry, Sharon.
Only a minor thing, Jen, was about the workplace temperature. Because that's not, it says it's suitably maintained at a comfortable level, but the times I've been in your office, that's not a comfortable level at all.
Yeah, it depends what day you're there. So clearly on the day that he attended, he was quite comfortable. I do need to bring it back through village amenities. Now that we've had the wall removed, the temperature's not going down in the summer because we thought I have got an action somewhere that's to explore air conditioning quotes. I never did the action because we were having the wall removed, and that then opens up 2 windows.
Yeah.
And we're looking as well on the glass on the front, which is called a challenge, is to have that as a slide service hatch. So at some point we'll be able to open the windows and get some airflow, which then means it'd be a waste of money for air conditioning. So I'm going to take that into next year through village amenities once we've got those things done, if that's okay with council.
You know when you say after the slide, will this one mesh in between for your safety there? If it will?
There'll be the solid glass and the solid edge, but once it's open, it's open. But it's no different, Sean, to opening that door and someone walking in as it is now. At least it's a hole. Yeah. Yeah. I've never had experience in abuse yet. But yeah.
I think maybe looking into air conditioning, maybe ongoing thing for amenities, because it does get unbearable, doesn't it?
Yeah, some days it can. Yeah.
We'll discuss that when it comes up, but is this a listed building?
No.
No, fine.
No, I had to check that because I thought it wasn't. I can't get aircon. So just to be clear, because I think I waffled a little bit then, these are the proposed, so the grey ones we've done and the white ones we're proposing to do. So I'm asking council if it's okay if I continue to do it in line with this plan.
So have I proposed that?
Yeah.
Second by Sarah. All those in favour? I'll take action. Well done, thank you.
That was Carla, I can't take
Well
it.
done, Kyla.
It's very thoroughly covered, isn't it? Very detailed. So can I just say, John, as well, the detailed report, but we need to remember the amount of work that staff would have to do to provide all the evidence as well. Massive amount of work by staff to get
It's a
it
full
all
day.
right.
He literally follows us around everywhere and he opens everything up. He does it thoroughly. He's a good guy.
Can I just ask, will we get the same with the fire report as well?
Yeah. It's every 3 years, so.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, 66 to review and consider for approval the adoption of the presented draft standing orders with an ALC 2025 model standing order updates included. That's number 66.
Yeah. Let's do this one as well, Chair.
You want to read through it?
No.
Read it out to everyone?
No, I do not.
I assume you've all read it in detail.
All I wanted to
I
add
know
was,
it by heart, John.
Yeah. All right, page 5, line 7.
all I wanted to say, Chair, was I'll try my best to make this as easy as possible. It was a horrible review. Mainly because over the years we've adapted ours to suit us, which is really important that you do, but it makes reviewing a standard template and your current ones quite difficult. I've used the colour scheme, which hopefully you've seen, and all I've done is where it's specific to us, I put it towards the bottom so that next time when I review it I can go and it's just the ones at the bottom of each section and they're different. And that's why it looks a little bit different basically. So council are happy to accept it. The only ones that we've new the yellow ones that came from. So I'm assuming we want to keep all the green ones that are our current ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yellow was the new ones for consideration, which all made sense to me. We do half of them anyway. And then the blue ones are new, but they're mandatory, so you have to keep them anyway. So it was just the yellow ones really. Hopefully you got that in your pack that you needed to have a read through.
Yeah. On page 7, my only query is on the bottom of page 7. Subject to standing order 3F, a member of the public shall not speak for more than minutes. And what does it say on the
We decide that,
Oh,
so it's
we
no.
decide.
That's if you even want it.
Yeah.
If it was marked in bold, it would be, well, in blue, in bold, it would be mandatory. So council can decide, do you even want that in? We don't have any now current ones. They're in the new now recommended ones.
Right.
And
So
you just have the minutes.
that's a recommendation that we what do people think? When,
I think, given that the member of the public can only speak during the public session, I don't know as a chair, I don't think it comes up very often that you have somebody who talks too long and who doesn't respond to a request to move it on or so I just think if you put a number in there, it might be unnecessarily bureaucratic and not very friendly to the public coming to speak, really.
yeah. What do people think?
Yeah, like I said, so it can be the chair's discretion, really, can't it?
Yeah, it is chair's discretion. So I'd like to propose that we don't include that.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Second. All those in favour of not including that's everybody. Yeah, I would be. Yeah. Couldn't find anything else really.
On page 10,
Yeah.
point 4D5, about substitute members to a committee, we don't have that at the moment, do we?
I don't think we do. I don't think
I don't know.
that I've never experienced
No, no. So again, that's a discretionary one. I suppose if we did go with it, it might get round committee meetings being in quorum sometimes if we have substitutes,
Yeah.
because if before we actually accept it, we'd have to put our own blah blah blah. So it says we appoint and determine the terms of office. So I think we'd have to look. I would like to suggest that maybe Gemma and another councillor or two, I'm quite happy to look into it as well, look into the detail of that to make sure that, or to maybe to bring it back with proposals about terms of office and the way it could happen and the way that if a substitute is required for a meeting, the way the notification to that person happens. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I think it might, if we do accept substitutes, it might help us with in-court meetings, which we do have, don't we? Quite a
Yeah,
bit.
applications,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we could take it out temporarily, accept it without, and then explore and always add it in that amount of day.
Are you happy to do that?
Yeah.
Take it
Yeah.
out.
I agree with you, so I put a mark on that one.
Yeah.
So that's a proposal that we take it out for further discussion. That's proposed by Sarah, seconded Nathan. All those in favour of doing that? That's everybody. Thank you.
Chair, on these ones on 12 and 13, on the ones on 12 we do them anyway. So we always look at the asset register and we always look at the insurance. On 13, I suggest that we do that because we're in the process of reviewing all the employment policies anyway, so by the next annual meeting we will have an
So
employment
19 and 20.
Yeah.
Agree with the council?
And Kyla keeps track of that last one anyway. So again, it's quite easy to review that at the annual meeting. But that's obviously up to council if they want to do that. mentioned the only last time shares on page 21, and the rules around the value of contracts when you put them out to tender has changed. And I've got no issues with that. It'll be due to inflation. That's what we reviewed in my page 21. It's gone from 30,000 to 60,000. But council can set that one at their own, that's just a recommendation. That's me.
Does anybody have an issue on that? Setting that 60,000? No? Can I propose then that, apart from the two that we've agreed to miss out, we accept this model standing order? And seconder, Nathan. I see all those in favour. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All those against?
0 against, yeah.
So, 67. Receive a data audit review including current retention policy for review and consider any amendments where required.
This is just a bit of a tick box, if I'm honest with the council. I'm trying to get ahead of new legislation that's coming in and making sure we're as compliant as what we can be. And one of the recommendations that you may have remembered from the whole council training, I don't think the council, I'm sure, we had whole council training and they went through a few things that in the future they thought might be coming in was about completing data audits. So the A3 spreadsheet is a YRCA template that I've adapted to us. So it covers all of our areas and how we hold data in certain areas. So that's the data audit that I've completed. I've got no areas of concern of how we hold data and what we do with it. And then in line with that, because some of it refers to C retention policy, I've included the retention policy. What I would suggest is I've included the YRCA guidelines. So this is the one that's always been in place, this one here. And these are the latest, even though it's 2022, but they are the latest YRCA guidelines. I can only see one that doesn't match, which is the quotation and tenders, and it's the length of time to hold for. But it is more detailed, the YRCA one. So what I'm sort of suggesting is that where it's the table at the back, I just lift that out and paste it into ours and have it as. Because if it's the YRCA one, we may as well use the best practice one. And that back page basically is pasted in there and becomes our retention policy, which would then be in line with our data audit.
Okay, any questions on that? Do we have to we need a vote on any amendments?
Yeah. So either that is to go with what I've said or make any amendments that council wants to change from what I've
Does
said.
anybody want to make any amendments? No. So I propose that we go with what we've said there. Is that second there? Yeah. So all those in favour, I'll say that. Thank you. That's a bit of a big lump of work, isn't it?
Yes, in that part, so now that it's done and looking clean then for any future audits.
Yeah. So, 68, to receive a request for consideration to support with a donation to Ackworth Senior Citizens Fund under Section 137 grants for the annual Christmas tea. Now, we got this last year as well, and we found out that they had lots of money in their account and we didn't. Is that remember?
Yeah, we had quite a bit, and we gave them £1,000 last year. We did request to know the figure, but the guy that runs it's not been well, so we couldn't get that figure for this evening. But I do know that there was money in the bank, I don't know how much from it.
Right. Sean?
Could I suggest we give 1,500 this year?
Well,
because it is a good thing. But before everybody decided not to do it, we'll citizens do it at Christmas dinner. And they'll get presents and things like that.
I think we're all in favour of giving something simple.
Everything.
I think I'm trying to find out how much they've got in their bank account, because if they've got, I think they've got 5,000 quid in their bank account.
Something
We
like
had
that.
4,500 last year. Last year on average, they said it was about 1,600 to run it from memory.
Yeah. Can we, there's no deadline on this, can we defer this to, we find out what the...
Yeah, sure, yeah, you know, to October.
Do they normally tell us the full cost of actually doing the event?
Yeah.
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 Could we write,
Yeah.
I can ask more detail about their financial situation and then see what we can...
I think VAT on schools and like the financial situation, we don't know, personally.
But we don't know though, do we? That's the point, is we don't know.
I think they might tell us that.
I mean, it's a simple thing. If we request that further information, is that okay?
Assess how much they need, obviously want them to run it, and they do a great
How
job.
much, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if it's what was it, September, it's going to be October. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Just further information then. So, 69. To receive an update on the ongoing third-party insurance cemetery claim.
So I popped some information in your pack on your supporting documents just so that you could digest it a little bit before the meeting. It wasn't me just talking numbers at you. To cut a very long story short, in the, I can't remember what committee meeting when it came through council, I spoke about it and said that due to a technicality that the driver of the HGV was an agency driver, the company of the people that own the HGV had a loophole in their policy where the insurance had to go through the agency company who were non-responsive. So at the time of telling council, like I said, I apologise, I can't quite remember what meeting it was, I basically said that I planned to go away and say, no, we'll put it through our insurance and we will charge you, and kind of call their bluff. It worked, and the company's insurance are now dealing with it. So to speed it up, they did ask me to go out to our contractors and gain quotes. So I did take that work on over the summer without. I spoke to council about it, obviously, but it sped it up, so I did it. So all of these prices you can see are by our suppliers, they're not by suppliers that they've gone out and they've got quotes from. So for example, the wall is from Jordan's, the rendering is from the people that did the rendering last time, the gates are from DC Fabrications, they're all known to us that we know will do a good job. So we got the quotes, we put it through their loss adjusters who recommended to their insurance company that they go with it after they did their own surveys and did their own quotations. So the full request that I've asked for to settle is the 17,643 and 23 pence. I am literally just waiting for that confirmation, which is their internal procedure, to say yes and put the money in our bank. As soon as the money hits our bank, I've already lined up the suppliers to get us booked in and get it repaired, because it's just ridiculous how long it's going on. Yeah. But you have to kick and scream apparently with insurance to do anything.
Yeah, it's brilliant what's happening there, what Jen has done, but if they refuse it, insurance, well, how would we want that?
The next stage of the appeal process with the insurance.
For the quotes.
I don't know.
Because
Couldn't tell you.
personally, it don't matter if they're paying it, of course, but one that I find a bit expensive is flat rendering.
What's expensive, sorry?
The rendering, I think it's only £6 for that.
They have to strip it back. Yeah, it's a big
It's alright if they're paying it, but if they won't pay that, I'm
No.
thinking, well,
because of the scenes.
as long as we don't have to pay it.
Yeah, and part of that, Sean, for example, the tree, I've asked for a new tree as part of that. Because although the existing tree's there, it's badly damaged. You know, so I've thought about stuff like that. I've thought about in 5 to 10 years the longevity of any repairs that are put in place.
And like you said, people are the same, it's terrible, they've got funerals and things, there's
Yeah,
funerals. Once they're done, wouldn't it?
yeah. The gates probably could have been bent back, but why should we bend
Why
our
should we?
gates
Yeah,
back?
I know,
New ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still ain't got done, they're doing.
So that I think was just to receive an update, Chair, wasn't it?
Thanks for the work you've done.
Yeah.
As good as possible. Okay, 70 is to receive an update on Ackworth playing fields lease progression.
Yes,
When I say progression,
Yeah. So I'm going to keep this on every agenda moving forward because I think it's important, especially for Ackworth Community Association, as we've heard from Sharon, they're working hard in the background and it's lease dependent. When we last spoke in July, I was given delegated power to basically push it and bring it back to council ready to sign. So that's what I've been doing over the summer. I had a long chat with our solicitors with the queries that had initially come back and the way that it had been written. Our solicitors answered some of the bits and pieces and then put the other stuff through our solicitors back to Wakefield Council solicitors. So it's now currently sat with Wakefield Council. I spoke to her after because she went on holiday as well over the summer. I spoke to her again just recently and she said that she was going to keep pushing it for us. So I haven't really got more of an update than that. Like I said, I'm just going to keep it on the agenda every month. But it is with Wakefield Council. There are no actions currently sat with Ackworth Parish Council.
So we're saying we've submitted.
Sarah,
Well, I mean, we've already heard from Sharon about, issues to do with the lease and things that can't happen. It just is crazy the way it is. And can I suggest that be asked Gemma to write to all three district councillors, just setting out a timeline of, this whole scenario. I mean, not